SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom was horrible. I've always been a fan of SpongeBob, and my family is always making real-life references to the show and the happy, funny little sponge who has had a bunch of memes. This little guy is in the childhood memories of many, including myself. I've never played a SpongeBob game except the mobile games and the Nicktoons Unite game, which technically isn't even a SpongeBob game. So as a trophy hunter, I decided to go for the Platinum for Battle for Bikini Bottom next. I've heard nothing but positive reviews on the game, and it being free on the PS Plus store, I decided to go for it. Boy, do I regret it. The game in itself is simple as it has gaming mechanics from 2003, as that's when it came out, with Rehydrated being a remaster. The trophies consist of basic story related trophies to a few collectible trophies for getting all collectibles such as socks and spatulas. We start off in SpongeBob's house after him and Patrick are having a discussion about how they wish the toy robots they're playing with come to life. Eventually the robots take over Bikini Bottom, but this was due to Plankton, and obviously SpongeBob thinks it's his fault for making a wish. SpongeBob's house gets treated like a tutorial where we learn the controls of the game and eventually getting our first spatula / trophy at the end of the tutorial. Time for tutorial. First trophy of the game, and it's for collect everything in SpongeBob's house. Nice. Once we leave SpongeBob's house, we're now free to explore. I spoke to a few characters before running into this horror.
SpongeBob, this flapping robot crisis is making the Krusty Krab lose money like a sinking ship.
Bro, what they
no
do to
money
Mr.
means
Krabs,
no more
bro?
Krusty Krab. No more Krusty Krab means no more fry cooking for you.
What does Mr. Krabs sound like that? What did they do to Mr. Krabs? That's not him. We then head to Jellyfish Field as it's our next location. Here we are given a task by Squidward to collect the jelly from the King Jellyfish to heal him after he had been stung. We make our way upwards collecting everything possible, with the exception of certain areas that we would have to come back to later. Once at the top, we go against our first boss, that being King Jellyfish, and we need to beat him for his jelly.
I feel like a new sponge.
Alright. It's quicker now, bro. I got him. Jellyfish Jam. This is the first boss of the game. With the jelly we received from King Jellyfish, it was time to go back down and meet up with Squidward. Once we give him the jelly, he gives us a spatula as a reward, and we also get a trophy for completing his mission.
What if I just gave you this?
Jellyfishing! Complete Squidward's mission in Jellyfish Fields. Up to this point, we had collected a total of 9 spatulas that were scattered through Jellyfish Fields, and with the one Squidward gave us, we would have 10. Spatula Seeker! Collect 10 golden spatulas. Damn, we're on a roll. There's a total of 100, by the way. Aside from the spatula, we would also have to collect a total of 80 socks for Patrick. We now headed over to the city, and it is here when we get our next trophy, which we get for collecting a total of 15 socks up to this point in the game. I eat pineapple on pizza. I don't care.
Hey, you!
Sock
Patrick needs to
getter.
do laundry.
In the city, we need to move all the way up to the top of the city as we jump from roof to roof. Here we also play as Sandy for the first time. She, in my opinion, was the best character to play as. The reason we had to get to the top of the highest building in the city was to get Larry's TV antenna fixed because he wasn't getting any signal. This led us to a wave of robots inside a building. This helped get our next trophy as we had to beat 100 robots as SpongeBob.
I feel like a new sponge.
Oh, Sponge Smasher. As we were making our way up, I was also looking out for steering wheels as we had to collect all of these for Mrs. Puff. Collecting and returning all of these steering wheels to her would reward us with a trophy. Uptown and downtown. It was now off to Goo Lagoon. Here, Larry once more gives us a task, and the task is to clear out a robot that was causing trouble and no one could get to him. We do this by aligning all mirrors on the beach to reflect a beam of light to him. This would handle Larry's mission and give us a trophy. Serves up. And that's 4. Finishing the main mission of Goo Lagoon. Larry would also reward us with a spatula, now giving us a total of 25.
Thanks for your help,
Damn, I skipped what he said. Super Spatula Seeker. Get 25 golden spatulas. With Jellyfish Fields, Bikini Bottom, and Goo Lagoon complete, we were now done with the first area of the map. This would automatically throw us into a boss fight. Here we had to beat a robot version of Sandy. The fight was straightforward and we would get a trophy for beating her. Going straight into a boss fight. Whoa! Is this cake?
Ow! I guess SpongeBob won't be winning that way.
Look, even if I don't dodge here, I already won, so I don't really care.
There's the robot's vulnerability.
What's up, Kyle? You're playing with Jasmine? Good stuff, good stuff. Sweet victory for beating Sandy the robot.
That was quite a battle.
The next area of the map unlocked a few more locations such as Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's lair. It's here where SpongeBob learns a new ability and where we would get our next trophy. This was for doing a puzzle in which you have to get a rolling ball to the end of the maze. Here was where I truly realized that this game was a big meh. Oh, oh. No, 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 no. Oh, ah. You're lying, right? Okay. No. Keep it rolling! That's the hardest trophy so far, bro. Eventually, at the end of the layer, we find out one of the villains had escaped and it's up to SpongeBob to put him away. This fight was simple and what we had to do was use our new bowling ability to hit the villain using the correct color pattern. Obviously, we got a trophy for this. Let's go, Shrimp Catcher. Rock Bottom was next on our list. I genuinely hate this place. The game doesn't tell you much where to go and you're kind of left going back and forth trying to figure it out. I was even doing things that were irrelevant thinking it would do something. Eventually, just by exploring, I would find our 40th sock, which came with a trophy.
Do I really have to carry Patrick's socks?
Sock concert. Find half 40 of Patrick's socks. All right, halfway there. Since Rock Bottom was super confusing, I stayed as Sandy the majority of the time as she was the best character and made moving here faster. It was while doing this that I beat my 100th robot as Sandy. Squirrel Smasher. Defeat 100 robots as Sandy. Somehow, after hours of roaming, I found all the artwork pieces for Mrs. Puff, which is what I had to do apparently. This gave us the trophy for completing Rock Bottom's main mission. Hit Rock Bottom. This meant it was on to a new location, this being Sandy Mountains. This was another nightmare, as the whole level consisted of me going down slopes with multiple paths trying to get collectibles. Completing all slopes at least once gave us a trophy. Life's as extreme as you want to make it. Bro, this thing is actually, these ski thingies are actually... It was at Sandy Slopes that I collected my 50th spatula, which meant another trophy. And I was now only 50 away from collecting them all. Ultra Spatula Seeker. That's for getting 50 spatulas, I bet. Yeah, get 50 golden spatulas. Just like the last boss, completing all locations in this area would throw us into a boss battle. The locations being Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's lair, Rock Bottom, and Sandy Mountains. This time our boss was a giant robot version of Patrick. He was harder than Sandy, but still pretty simple to figure out.
I see a fine bowling moment right here.
Toxic Terror.
Thanks for saving me, guys.
I was now on to the last section of the map. Here we learn another ability, which we would need to get the next trophy. Hello, Bikini Bottom. This was for finding all hidden spatulas in Bikini Bottom. Hello, Bikini Bottom. Kelp Forest was another place like Rock Bottom that made me feel lost. It is also here where I end up using Patrick the most, as he's required for the majority of the puzzles. This led to me destroying 100 robots as him. Star Smasher. As I was in the woods, I had to find lost campers and bring them back to Mrs. Puff. This would lead to a trophy as well as my exit out of here. Kelp Forest of Fear. Find all the lost campers in Kelp Forest. Next, we head to the Flying Dutchman's graveyard. This place I actually enjoyed, since I like pirates. Here we also get a bunch of trophies. The first for beating each type of robot once. Robot Encyclopedia. Destroy at least one type of every robot in the game while playing the campaign. Bosses don't count. Another for talking to Squidward at SpongeBob a total of 10 times.
Spatula.
I do have a platinum to get though. Ooh, are you ready now? Talk to Squidward 10 times at SpongeBob. And another one for reclaiming the Flying Dutchman's ship from the robots. Ship shape. Reclaim the Flying Dutchman's ship in the Flying Dutchman's graveyard. Nice. Eventually the Flying Dutchman betrayed us, so we had to fight him. Another straightforward fight. I had to keep reminding myself that this game was originally from 03. Lasso him. I had 7 just playing Kingdom Hearts. 7 what? Oh, 7 viewers, yeah.
Enough, you dirty guy.
Shanghai.
Dirty? I'll have you know this.
Defeat the Flying Dutchman.
Twice.
Everyone stop.
At this point in the game, I had all of the abilities I needed, so I decided to do some backtracking to get any sock or spatula that I would be missing from levels. In doing so, we got Mega Spatula Seeker. Mega Spatula Seeker. Get 75 golden spatulas. I now continue the story, which took place in the Chum Bucket for the final part of the story. Here I faced off against a giant robot version of SpongeBob, and at the end, both the robot and I were one shot. This could have gone either way. I'm one, he's one. Oh god, I'm scared. I'm so scared. I won. I won. I won. That was a 1v1. That was literally a 1v1. I then had to fight Robot SpongeBob again from the inside, while also fighting Robot Plankton. Here I had to shoot missiles onto certain targets inside Robot SpongeBob, and since I was inside, there was really nothing fighting me back. So I'm missing one more, which is right here. The small does not rule. The story was not complete and it was awful. Maybe this game back in the days would have been fun, but it felt more like a repetitive hassle for me in 2024. I recommend this game if you're a SpongeBob fan, also for the nostalgia it brings, but do I recommend it if you're not a fan? Nope, not at all. Is it the best SpongeBob game currently? I'm not sure, as I still haven't played the new Cosmic Shake game. I might do that next. Now it was time to do cleanup and collect everything I was missing, starting with a new area that becomes available after beating the game. This was the dream level, where you go into each character's dream and collect all spatula and socks. It was in Mr. Krabs' dream that I collect all 80 socks.
Boy, Patrick will be glad to have
Sock
this back.
Opera! Find all 80 of Patrick's socks. Let's go. I then collect all the spatulas in all the dream levels. Let's go! Finally! Sleepy time. Where am I? We are currently missing 2 trophies before we get the platinum for SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. And for those trophies, all we need to do is get 100 spatulas. We currently have 95, and the 5 we are missing, we're gonna get from Patrick right here, right now.
Wow,
so let's get that.
SpongeBob, you found some.
Let's
Now
trade
they're
in
back
all the
home,
socks we
safe
have
where
right
they
now.
belong.
Here's your golden.
Look,
Bad.
that's
don't-
1.
Wow, Sponge.
Now they're.
Here's
2.
Wow, Sponge. Here's
3.
Wow. Here's
4. And the last one for the platinum and 100%.
Wow, Sponge.
Now they're.
Here's your golden bat.
Bad.
I don't.
There we go. Super Ultra Mega Spatula Seeker. 100% SpongeBob. And Neptune's Spatula, the platinum trophy for SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. Let's go.